Thank you very much. Chris, thank you for that kind introduction, and thank you for the warm reception, and welcome to Pittsburgh. Delighted that you chose the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and this great city to have this convention, and I'm delighted to be with you this afternoon. I also want to thank the NRA for its strong support for my campaign. It was a long, tough, hardly fought battle, and I was grateful for that support and the thousands of NRA members all across Pennsylvania who were so helpful to me. I am grateful to all of you. Thanks also for your support for American freedom. Because while we're here today to celebrate this cherished Second Amendment right that we enjoy, I think we're also at the same time celebrating the fact that it's one of our fundamental freedoms and the other freedoms that go with it. You know, I've always thought it's the right thing to do to support the Second Amendment in part because it is integral to the whole idea of personal freedom. And personal freedom is the idea that's at the heart of American exceptionalism. You know, I know that there's a lot of folks that rather scoff at the idea of American exceptionalism, but not me. I believe with all my heart that we are an exceptional country, an exceptional people. And we're exceptional for a number of reasons, and not the least of them are the fact that we're not a country based on a particular race or an ethnicity or a religion or even so much a geography as we are based on a set of ideas, a set of principles, a set of beliefs. And at the heart of those beliefs and ideas is the most central ideas are that the government should be limited in its power, people should be free, we should have a society of individual responsibility, of free enterprise. And all of that is a way of saying that in our great country, the people are sovereign, and the government exists to serve the people, not the other way around. The fact is, the only legitimate powers of the government are those that we, the people, delegate to the government. And last time I checked, we've never delegated to the government the right to deny our Second Amendment rights, and we never will. Now, the truth is there are some people in government who don't very much believe in those ideas. They're skeptical at best about American exceptionalism. They don't really believe in limited government, and by extension, if not explicitly, they're not big fans of a whole lot of personal freedom. And these folks tend to be rather disdainful of the Second Amendment in particular, personal freedom in general. And I just want to stress the message that even if at a given moment they may not be aggressively pursuing the erosion of Second Amendment rights, understand it's still on their agenda, and they're waiting for the opportunity to do so. And they are moving against other freedoms, even today. And when any of our freedoms are under assault, then they're all jeopardized. But there are those in Washington who have in recent years and to this day are pursuing an agenda that diminishes our economic freedom, certainly our freedom as consumers to choose the kinds of products that we want to buy. They are diminishing our freedom to keep as much of the income that we earn. There's been a very aggressive effort to diminish our freedom in terms of how we go about obtaining the health care that we want. And one of the greatest and most damaging threat to our freedoms today is the massive deficits and the corresponding debt that this nation has been racking up, and which will increasingly make us beholden to foreign creditors, threaten our economic future and our future in so many ways for our kids and our grandkids and even for us, because I think the dangers are that close at hand. You know, part of American exceptionalism, it seems to me, is this great tradition in this great country in which every generation has handed over to the next generation an even greater country than the one that they grew up in. Every generation of Americans has done that, and there are no exceptions. Folks, I'm here to tell you that at the rate at which we are running deficits and accumulating debt, if we continue on this path, then we could become the first generation in American history to fail in this tradition, and a generation that would instead turn over to our kids a diminished country, one of fewer opportunities and one of less freedom. I suspect you agree with me that that is completely unacceptable, and we're not going to let it happen. The good news is it's not too late to get off this path, to restore a path of fiscally responsible and sustainable government, to embrace the great virtues of a free enterprise system that have created more opportunity and prosperity and lifted more people out of poverty than any other system. You see, I believe with all my heart that if we remember who we are as a people, if we remember that we are an exceptional nation and we realize and understand and appreciate those things that make us exceptional, and if we defend all of our freedoms, very much including the Second Amendment freedoms that we cherish, then the 21st century can be another great American century. Let's make it happen together. Thank you very much for all that you do, and thanks for having me with you today.